All right, you need to stop. You seeing this is not a coincidence or a coinkydink or whatever you want to call it. God is making you see this because you need to see this. There is a reason for you to see this, and I don't know that reason. I don't know what your situation is. I don't know if you're becoming more distant to God. But what I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to talk to you today, is something important that you need to hear, and it's a message, and it's something that I've been struggling with in my life with God, right? And with me, um, I've realized, right, I could be praying, I could be feeling the Spirit for hours and hours during a church camp, right? And I know that if you're a Christian like I am, you always go to church camp. But prior to it, I used to treat God like how I would treat a sports team. Like, let's say a basketball team, regular season wouldn't pay attention to them at all. Playoffs come and I'm locked in. I'm locked in. The whole year with God, He would be in the back of my mind. But then church camp comes and I feel like I could be walking on water. And after church camp, it'd be like the same thing. I'm like, all right, I'm finally gonna lock in with God, and I start praying, and I keep going, and then I stop, and I go back to my old self, and I go back to my old addictions, knowing that they're wrong, and I pray, and starting to ask myself, Lord, why isn't this happening? Why can't it work? And it's because I truly wasn't all in with God, and I wasn't all in with the Spirit. Now, another thing. One of the biggest reasons why you can't get close to God is the way that you are. And the main thing for me was hypocrisy. Now, Matthew 7, verse 5 says, Hypocrite, first get rid of the log in your own eye. Then you will see well enough to deal with the speck in your friend's eye. I truly felt at this moment in time that I was like, I felt like I was the Spirit and everything. I felt the Spirit and everything during. I truly felt like I was feeling the Holy Spirit and everything, right? And I was starting to realize, like, all right, I'm gonna try to help people out, try to spread the word, try to what's the word? What's the right word to say? I was trying to evangelize, and I was trying to steer people in the right direction, which I thought it was the right direction. I was trying to change God's plan for them when I wasn't even going down God's road for me. And I don't know. It was just like it didn't click whenever that happened for some reason. And I was judging people. I was telling them what they needed to change, the things that they were doing wrong. And and in that moment, didn't realize that the things that I were doing were wrong. And that's why I love this verse, because truly myself, those things that they did at that moment, I really did things that were worse. And I needed to reevaluate myself, and I needed to change the way that I was with God to be able to get closer to Him and to be able to even consider trying to fix someone else when me myself wasn't even fixed. That's always going to be the main thing with me, is that hypocrisy is going to be one of the biggest things that will hold you back from God, that will grasp you and take you, because you having that ego and you not being humble, thinking that you're higher than someone else, just because you're a Christian, you can also be a hypocrite. You need to be able to change. You need to be able to reevaluate. You need to be able to pray on it. And once you do that, that's when you should start to think. When you should not, don't do it. You should be able to start to think about going to someone else and reevaluating them. And that's all I have to say for you. Thank you for listening. Um, this was not a coinkydink or a coincidence. Always remember that. Go pray to God. Thank you.